Hello folks, and welcome back once again to Gadget Joe, and today we have a long awaited update on a project I've been working very closely with for the better part of this year, and that is of course Alter Ego. Now for those of you that haven't already seen the build, then make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and click the little bell and tick the box to get the notifications. This way you'll get updates and more videos, and also you'll be able to check out the previous build videos. So, moving on to the juicy details that you're all here to see, the desk has had a little bit of a facelift since the first design. Originally, the radiators and reservoir were to be lined up along the left side and along the bottom respectively, with the motherboard going right to the top. As we discussed previously with the help of Adam from AdMods, we have changed that around now to having the radiators and reservoirs at the bottom of the box and the motherboard at the top in the centre. However, something still didn't quite sit right for me. I wanted to do something a little bit different yet again. So I decided to expand on this design by making a raised platform for these to show off the features of the components more. To make the platform, I started off by measuring up the space needed and marking out 3 separate panels onto a sheet of 6mm MDF board. The 2 side panels will be larger than the central one to accommodate the sloped angles that they will be laid on. Once I marked these out, I got to work on cutting them out. Bearing in mind these are to be tidied up later on, I simply trimmed off the excess shavings and cuttings on the edges by using one of the offcuts and simply scraping it along to get rid of any sharp pieces. Now that the panels have been cut, I set to work on cutting the sides that would hold the panels into shape, and also give them the structure. These yet again are done from 6mm MDF. Once I had all these cut, I put the platform together by screwing the panels onto the side sheet to give it the shape it needs. Of course, this looks very rough right now, and there is actually a decent sized lip that overhangs a fair amount on the side. These holes that are drilled in that you see here are to fit the pass-through bulkheads by AlphaCool that will basically allow the tubing to go from the reservoir and the rods into the base of the desk. The bulkheads simply unscrew, slot in the hole, and then the tightening nut goes underneath and secures the fitting into place. The overhanging lip on one side had to go, so I simply got on my hands and knees and sanded it right down to make the whole edge nice and smooth. Before I did this, I removed the screws and glued the panels into place so that I could sand the whole unit and make it smooth all over. Now that it's nice and smooth and ready to go, I coated it in vinyl wrapping and started putting the reservoirs and the radiators into place, set up the tubing to go into the pass-throughs and also hid the wires, and this is the finished result. The transformation from start to finish are worlds apart, and the little loop using soft tubing just adds to the character. The stunning twin AlphaCool Icebecker 250mm plexi reservoirs look absolutely incredible, and are complemented by the LED rings that will illuminate the coolants inside. Combined with the chrome premium fittings, and not forgetting the twin XT45 Pro radiators, with AlphaCool Cicero fans to boot, really make this platform stand out from the ordinary. With the platform almost completed, attention went on to the fans for the intake at the front of the desk, and this was achieved by simply outlining the fans that were going to be used on the front panel, then cutting the shapes out with a jigsaw. Coated then with some more vinyl wrapping to give it a bit of protection, and then put it back into place. The fans used on the front are a Corsair AF120 for the centre, and on the left and right side are the fans that the good guys over at NED sponsored us for the build, in the form of their new 120mm halos with an illuminating blue ring around the fan to give it a stunning effect, which will complete the build perfectly. Underneath the fans are the fan controllers, which will sit side by side once finished. One of them is a fan controller with PWM management, and the other a Phobia 10 fan control unit. These together will operate all the fans for the system and power the LEDs on the reservoirs and the logos on the radiators. Moving down the desk, we go to the next space, and this has a piece of MDF coated and put into place to provide a wall a few inches deep that will house the pumps and pumps tops, which in this case are the VPP755 and the Icedecker D5 pump top, both by AlphaCool. These sit either side of a shelf with holes underneath and behind for cable management and also for the tubing to go through. These will also have a 140mm blue LED alpha cool fan in the middle, and then the whole front of the case will be covered with a sheet of acrylic with the fan holes cut in place to hide the corners, edges and any holes to provide a super clean look at the end. Now the desk still looks a little bit rough at the moment, but the majority of it is coming together nicely now, and everything has a plan and schedule, and hopefully it will be finished in a couple of weeks. So the next video you will see will be an update of either completion or near completion. Another change is that the system being used is now an i5-6400 with a 16GB DDR4 RAM and obviously the ARX 480. I'd like to take a moment once again to thank AlphaCool, Anades and Mayhems for sponsoring the build. Don't forget to like this video and obviously subscribe if you haven't already done so. We are doing a giveaway very soon, so make sure to check that out. And that's pretty much it for the update from so far. So until next time, it's goodbye from me,